On the newsroom tonight, I'm joined by India's foremost TV political commentator, my colleague Rajdeep Sardesai, and I want to walk you into our election control room, this special set that we've put together for our viewers, where we will do a deep dive on the election numbers to give you a sense of who's ahead and who's likely to win the battle for Bihar. Let's just first take you through the key regions where these polls are being held, and there's some very interesting data sets that we've been able to put together for our viewers. The first phase in the battle for Bihar will happen on the 12th of October. This happens in 49 constituencies in the Mithila, Ang and Magad regions. Phase number 2 is on the 16th of October. This is in 32 constituencies, mostly in the Bhojpur and Magad regions. Phase 3 is on the 28th of October in 50 constituencies in Bhojpur, Tirhut and Magad. Phase 4 is on the 1st of November in 59 constituencies. Phase 5 is on the 5th of November, and the big polling day, of course, is the 8th of November. Looking at this data, it seems that the BJP could well have the advantage in just the way the poll dates have been announced. Because if you look at the poll dates, this is essentially a reversal of what happened in 2010 when the Kosi belt went to elections first. In 2014, the Kosi belt goes to polls right at the end. Now, this is important because in the Kosi Seemanchal area, there is the highest concentration of Muslims and also of Yadavs. This is where the Janta Alliance formula of Mandal versus Kamandal is expected to work the best. In other parts of Bihar, the Muslim concentration is not as high and the hold of Mandal politics is not quite as strong. The BJP is hoping to dominate the first 4 phases. If the BJP does well in initial phases, the momentum will swing in its favor. The same phenomena was witnessed during Lok Sabha polls in western Uttar Pradesh. The BJP was not as strong in eastern Uttar Pradesh before the polls, but the momentum built in western Uttar Pradesh helped the BJP swing eastern UP as well. Rajdeep Sardesai, quick first words. Do you believe that the poll schedule in the way that it's been crafted just gives the BJP the slight edge, because they do well in their strongholds in the beginning, hoping that the RJD and the Janata Dal United start feeling deflated by the time elections come towards their strongholds?
That's the sense I get, Rahul. In any case, I believe the BJP has the edge at this moment going into these elections. They've been just much more organized than the RJD, Nitish combined, the Mahagathbandhan. And as you rightly said, I think the first few phases, if the BJP does well in them, then by the time you reach the 4th and 5th stage, where Lalu Prasad in particular has a lot at stake with his original Mai or Muslim Yadav combined, maybe the momentum will take the BJP all the way through. I think the critical factor now at the moment is the BJP able to sustain this momentum, or when we come to micro level constituencies and individual castes, will the BJP be able to build over what Mr. Modi seems to have achieved in a sense, setting the agenda for Bihar and forcing Nitish and Lalu to respond to that, particularly among the younger voters. So yes, I think you're right, Rahul, that the manner in which these phases have been set by the Election Commission, it is advantage BJP, because the strongest phases for Lalu Prasad in particular are only in the last 2 phases.
Okay, I want to take you through some of the political reactions that have come to the announcement of the poll schedule. Of course, both the Janta Alliance and the BJP trying to sound very confident. Let's take you through some of the key political reactions.
The stage is set for the most high-stakes political battle of this year. The poll panel has announced dates for an election that could redefine the politics in Bihar, one of the most crucial states. The election to the 243 seats will be held in 5 phases from October 12th to November 5th. The results will be out on 8th of November, just 3 days before Diwali. So whose Diwali will this be?
जीत के प्रति कितने आश्वस्त हैं? उसके बारे में हम सोचते भी नहीं हैं, समझ गए ना?
Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is seeking a 3rd straight term in office, facing off with his former ally, the BJP. This time Nitish has aligned with Lalu's RJD and the Congress. Mulayam stunned them by walking out to the poll arrangement just days ago.
लेकिन निर्णय तो उनको लेना है। अगर उन्होंने कोई निर्णय ले लिया है तो ये उनका निर्णय, उसके लिए हम लोगों को उसके आगे कुछ नहीं कहना।
The Nitish Kumar camp faces two big challenges: anti-incumbency of 25 years and the charisma of Modi. Since the BJP hasn't announced a CM candidate and has relied almost entirely on the Prime Minister's image, this has been seen as a direct fight between Nitish and Modi and non-Yadav OBCs, but at the same time projecting Narendra Modi as the mascot of development. On the other hand, the Nitish-Lalu combine is relying on more traditional Mandal politics. That's why many see this as a defining election between the old and the new politics.
ये मामूली चुनाव नहीं है। इस चुनाव से पूरे भारत भर में भाजपा की सरकार का उल्टा गिनती शुरू हो जाएगा।
Battle lines for Bihar have been drawn. The Mahadalit vote bank, which was instrumental for Nitish Kumar's big victories in 2005 and 2010, seems to have shifted with Jitan Ram Manjhi joining the NDA.
बहुत सरल होगा, NDA की सरकार बनेगी।
The Bihar polls have been billed as a must-win for the BJP if it is to restore the political momentum in favour of the Modi government. And it's equally a high-stakes battle for Nitish and Lalu. Congress alone seems to be fighting a relevance battle, but who knows if the results may throw up a surprise. Bureau Report for India Today.
Joining me on the newsroom now are the two key young generals. Ramvilas Paswan's son Chirag and Lalu Yadav's son Tejasvi. They've been crisscrossing Bihar, trying to woo voters. I want to go across first to Chirag Paswan. Chirag, the biggest problem for the BJP in Bihar seems to be to allocate seats to its allies. Now, the first phase of polls is just a few days away and we yet don't know who's contesting on how many seats. Why is the BJP not being able to finalize the seat sharing formula with all its allies?
I think the fault is from our side only. We only started it late, you know. All of us were so busy. One after the other, there were big rallies of PM Saab happening in our state. So all of us were really busy for that, preparations for Muzaffarpur and then Gaya followed by Saharsa. So it was only after the last rally in Bhagalpur that happened on the 1st that we actually sat and started discussing over the seats. But I'm sure that very soon and very amicably we'll finalize everything.
Tejasvi, the RJD seems to have its own problems. First, Pappu Yadav went away, then the NCP left the Secular Alliance, and just a couple of days ago, Mulayam Singh Yadav went off on his own. Now, three big setbacks. You were trying to project this as opposition unity against Narendra Modi. That doesn't seem to be happening. Your MP Taslimuddin is sounding like a dissident as well. It doesn't seem to be falling into place in the way that the RJD would have wanted either.
See, first of all, let me tell you, we are very much united and we are very confident. We have already announced our Chief Minister candidate and we have already decided about which party will fight from how many seats. The question raises of Pappuji or some other people. They are very greedy people. They don't have any ideology, they don't have any direction, they don't have any roadmap of the Bihar's development. So we don't care about that. We are just focusing to build our youth stronger and how we're going to do a development in Bihar and how we're going to win this election, coming election in Bihar. We are focusing in that. If you see another hand, there is an NDA thing. In past 2-3 days, you have been noticing that Jitan Ram Manjhi and Ramvilas Paswanji, they both are criticizing each other. So what is going there?
Okay, let me put that question to Chirag Paswan, because Chirag, we've seen Jitan Ram Manjhi come out, take pot shots at Ramvilas Paswan. We've seen your father hit back at Jitan Ram Manjhi. In fact, Manjhi called Paswan a leader who only was promoting his family and not the cause of Dalits, whereas Paswan got back at Manjhi saying that he seems to be a regional leader, whereas Paswan was a national leader. There seems to be serious infighting within the NDA that's coming to the fore, Chirag.
No, there's no infighting, and honestly, I'll not comment nothing over whatever Manjhi ji has said, because We share a very, very good personal relationship. Maji ji knows my father for a very, very long time, and he knows that our national president been there in politics for the last 45 years. He's been elected member of the House for 9 times, and his name is there in Guinness Book of World Records twice for winning with the highest margin. He also knows the fact that, whichever alliance that we have opted for, our national president has moved completely with all his cadres with him. So Maji ji knows all this thing. In spite of that, he's been saying all this. I couldn't understand the reason why. So until and unless I don't know the background, I'll not comment anything on it.
Tejashwi, the Prime Minister has had 4 hugely successful rallies in the 4 key parts of Bihar. Lakhs of people trooped in. Television images showed that the people were very, very enthusiastic. Lots of youngsters there, which is what we saw during the Lok Sabha elections. It seems that the BJP campaign is picking up momentum in the state, Tejashwi.
See, first of all, let me tell you, ek lohar ka aur 100 sonar ka. What we did a huge rally over there, the message has gone across the nation. And Modi ji, if he is very sure about winning the election in Bihar, then why he's coming again and again? He should be telling what he had promised in 2014. What happened about the youth thing? He had promised that he's going to give a vacancy, he's going to create a job per year, 1 crore jobs for the youth. He cheated them. He cheated the Bihar. He cheated all this country people. What happened to the promises? Amit Shah says it's a jumlas. So the people of Bihar, especially the youth, they know that they only talk. They don't do anything in the reality or ground reality. They are just talking and they're doing nothing. And whatever last rally of Narendra Modi ji in Bhagalpur, what we have seen, his body language has been totally changed. It wasn't looking positive. It was very negative. Even Ramvilas Paswan ji, in some of the clipping, if you'll see, he was trying to talk to PM Modi, but PM Modi has just ignored him. So what is it?
Mr. Paswan seems rather upset. Okay, let me build on that. Chirag, Mr. Paswan seems rather upset with the presence of Maji and his Hindustani Awami Morcha. He said that the Hindustani Awam Morcha is on trial with the NDA. That seems to have made Maji completely furious.
I do understand that this might be one of the reasons. I'm yet to meet Maji ji, and we are yet to discuss over these things. Having said that, whatever our national president commented that day on a conclave was on a totally different background. I think when Maji ji will listen to the whole thing, he'll understand that on what context our national president was talking. Having said that, I don't think it's that big an issue. We, as in Maji ji and our national president, will sit across the table and will sort this out very amicably. It's not that big a deal.
You sound confident, but Tejashwi, this is the first time that the Yadav vote of the RJD seems to be under threat in an assembly election. The CSDS post-poll data already reveals that in the Lok Sabha elections, some of the younger Yadavs veered towards the BJP, and now with several of your senior leaders joining the BJP, Amit Shah and gang are hoping that they'll be able to pull the young aspirational Yadav vote away from the RJD, and that really could take apart the Muslim Yadav combine that the RJD exists on.
Why these particular parties who blames us for a Jatiwad, why they are discussing about this particular caste? I don't understand. Who is Jatiwad then? The Yadavs, Pichras, Ati Pichra, Dalit, Mahadalit, they are united. They have seen that jitne bhi, all those Samajik Nyay people, they are together now. And this is the threat for the BJP. What they were trying to do is just to divide and rule between us. But the question is, we trust all those people, not particular caste, not particular region. I trust all the caste people and all the religion people will support Mahagathbandhan this time. Whatever, if they want to be happy in talking about that, let them be happy. We don't have
the BJP, there are reports in the media which say that the BJP wants to give the LJP just about 35 seats. Is that something you would be satisfied with, or will there be a lot of blood spilled in the NDA before a final seat sharing formula can be worked out?
Rahul, honestly speaking, I'm the chairman of the parliamentary board of our party. No one better than me knows that what exactly we are discussing in a closed room talk when we sit with all the NDA allies. So I know the best. And I know this for the fact that these are not the numbers that we are discussing. Having said that, I'll not comment anything that comes through sources.
Okay, okay. I want to ask Tejasvi on how big a blow is it to the Secular Alliance, the fact that Mulayam Singh Yadav, who was supposed to be the chairperson of the new Janata Party, walked out on you all just a couple of days ago. Do you think this is happening because of the pressure being applied by the fact that Yadav Singh is now in jail? He could potentially come out with damaging revelations about the Samajwadi Party. Is that a concern? Do you see a political conspiracy there? How much of a electoral and moral damage does this do to the Secular Alliance?
See, first of all, I am not in that stage or in a decision making or in the talkings with the Mahagathbandhan people. There are several leaders like Laluji, Nitishji, Mulayamji, and already Mulayamji has announced the name of the Nitish Kumar that he will be the Mahagathbandhan face for the Bihar election. And if you remember, after that announcement, Ram Gopal Yadav ji has said that there will be a coordination committee for 6 members, 3 people from RJD and 3 people from JDU. He never asked us for the seats. We had always respected Mulayam Singh ji and will always respect him, but he never asked for a seats. Even if there is a seat problem, we have already given 2 seats from our side, from 100 seats, and there was 3 seats more, so we have given it 5 seats. And whatever it is, the people, senior leaders of Mahagathbandhan, they are in touch with them and they are talking. But this call has to, Mulayam Singh has to take a call, because every country people, every Bihar people, even the UP people, they are noticing this election, they are seeing this election, who's doing what. And let me tell you one more thing, that Samajwadi Party and RJD party, we have never fought together in the previous elections. We have always fought separately, and you know the results. I guess there was no MLA from Samajwadi Party in 2010, and there was around 0.90% of the votes they got. And what we got, what Congress got, what JDU got, you have all those reports, you have it, but it won't affect that much.
Okay, stay with me, Tejasvi. Stay with me, Chirag. I want to go back into our election control room to take you through some of the key castes and who they seem to be leaning towards. Remember, in Bihar, it's all about caste arithmetic. And I also want to introduce now on the newsroom one of India's foremost election analysts, Yogendra Yadav. He's got the Swaraj Abhiyan background behind him, but we've invited him on the newsroom in his capacity as one of India's foremost political pundits. I hope that's the role he'll play on the newsroom. Thank you very much, Professor Yadav, for joining us. It's great to have the whole team of Yogendra Yadav and Rajdeep on the same show. Let's take you through who seems to be on which side in the battle for Bihar. Let's start with the castes that are leaning towards the NDA. Remember, there seems to have been an upper caste consolidation in favor of the BJP, with the Brahmins, the Rajputs, the Bhumihars, 6%, 5% and 5%. These, of course, are rough estimates because caste data for each caste data is not available in the census, but these are rough estimates put together by those who do election studies in the state. Also leaning towards the NDA seem to be the middle class, the trading caste, the Kayats, the Baniyas and some of the Koris. The total vote bank that the BJP hopes it enters battlefield Bihar with is about 31%. That's the BJP vote bank. On the issue of upper caste consolidation, I want to go across to Yogendra Yadav. How strong an upper caste consolidation, sir, do you see in favor of the BJP? Do you think that the upper castes have been out of power for 25 years and are itching for an opportunity to get back in?
Rahul, I know you want me to play the role of psephologist, and who wouldn't want to join Rajdeep Sardesai in some wonderful analysis. Allow me to say that I do not do that election forecasting game. I'm out of it. That it's not fair for me to make any election forecasting of any kind, because that's really, I am in public life and it's probably not fair for either of the parties to say so. Having said that, I just wanted to make a general point, which is that for all the talk about Bihar progressing, moving forward, actually what we are witnessing is a regression. Bihar in many ways is going back to the politics of 1980s, which relates to the point about the upper caste that you made. This consolidation that we witness with some support coming from Dalits and the lower OBC is very much classically a Congress consolidation of the 1980s, except that the Congress also had Muslims in those days with it. So in many ways, Bihar appears to be going back to whatever gains it has made in the last 25 years or so. For all its corruption and everything else, Lalu Prasad Yadav's regime brought one thing. It actually broke the backbone of feudalism in Bihar.
Okay.
For all its later lethargy, Nitish Kumar did bring some focus on development to begin with. I think what we are witnessing in this election is neither social justice, nor secularism, nor development and governance. And I think the best representative of what's happening to Bihar were the two faces that you introduced as new, young faces of Bihar. They spoke nice English. They sounded very nice. But do remember, both of them represent two new dynasties of Bihar, which represent two very retarded politics of Bihar. So if that is the new face of Bihar, we really know what Bihar politics is all about.
Stay with me, Yogendra Yadav, because I want to take our viewers...